This podcast contains dumbasses doing dumbass things. Viewer discretion is advised.
That's perfect. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to Dice Rolls Can Kill, where I
leave if you can.
I get recommended play Squad Busters today on the App Store.
Hello.
So we're playing Squad Busters today, I guess. Anyway, no. We're back. We're back with another episode 16 or something now. It's some fucking number that is like astronomically large. So, does anyone have anything they want to say before we get right back into whatever the fuck fest we made?
Can you hear us? I have the 3 rules of being a cowboy. Number 1, be rootin'. 2, be shootin'. Oh no, I messed it up. Be rootin', be tootin', and by God, be shootin'. But most importantly, be kind.
I think we should just start stealing intros from like other anime shows, you know?
No.
Anime shows? Because I was about to do the Jenna Marbles one. Hey, what's up, you guys?
Do the fairy tale one.
Hi, sister. Okay.
Hi, sister.
Oh my god. The fairy tale Natsu one. Oh my god. You're on the spotlight, Derek. Do it.
Oh, I don't remember that shit.
Yes, you could.
Okay.
Don't sit too close to the TV. That's the only part I remember.
Oh, wow. Last time on fucking Ball Z. That's...
We've never said the name of this podcast in an episode, by the way.
Well, to be fair, I feel like we would be breaking the fourth wall if any of our characters went, dice rolls can kill.
Dude,
Noblin's saying it now. It's gonna be 6 months from now, but Noblin's gonna say it.
He's gonna mentally crack
Christ.
and suddenly be aware of the fourth wall.
You're gonna be gambling, and it's like, oh my god, these dice rolls can kill, and then immediately cuts to
That's
black.
where we end.
Credits.
That's it.
That's where we
That-
end.
That's it. That's the end of Dice Rolls Can Kill. Thanks for
Yep.
joining, everybody.
The first one to say that in an actual legitimate statement in the campaign immediately wins.
I'd be so
Wins.
physically upset if that was
It's a
the final word of the
competition.
podcast.
Yeah, it's like it's like that fucking Fallout meme where it's like, I hope this doesn't create some sort of fallout between us. Fallout New Vegas. And anyway, so last time we left off, we got really sidetracked right there, but that's okay. Last time we left off, all you movie goobers went into a fucking mansion. It's both. It's a combination of both. It's like a condo. Like how it's I don't know. Either way, you all went to a mansion, and going into it, you were hoping to find the wizard Kolstag, but unfortunately, instead of finding him, you found the remnants of a battlefield. Finding your way up to his study, and finding his corpse lying silent, still, and smelling fucking terrible on his chair, surrounded by 4 gargoyles that all bent the knee towards what could be seen as their possible former master. A red note in his hands, right as he died. But as you all began investigating around, read the note, and the commotion within the room rose, the gargoyles reawoke. A long, arduous fight ensued. A lot of fuck shit happened. Let's just say Noblin's not fit for the NFL draft. I wonder why.
Was that a shot at gnomes? You
No, it wasn't.
voice of God?
Like Dak Prescott wishes he was as good as Noblin.
Genuinely.
Cowboy fans, don't hit me up. I'm scared of you.
Let's go Raiders, by the way. I just want to let everyone know that.
That's beyond the
D&D,
point. It's
please.
Broncos country. That's final. Anyway, D&D. Chaos ensued in the battlefield, and of course, all of it coalesced with a monodrome being summoned, then beat the shit out of Liam, absorbing some sort of magic, and all of these strange gargoyles that had this chaos energy built within them, all of them exploding or just crumbling to dust. Either way, our party very, very, I guess you could say, tenderized, survived the fight with very little HP remaining for a few people. We're looking at Noblin and Dodja for that shit. They had very low HP.
Together, I think we had 4.
Yes.
Yep. That's a good number. That's even. Hey, that's even. So, as we come back in, all of you are standing within the study once again. Battered, weary. Liam, you had just absorbed this bit of energy within you that is just making you feel alive right now. It's the greatest surge of adrenaline that I think you've ever felt in your life, really. But all of you are standing around. There's a bear in the middle of the room.
Hey.
That's like
Just
the
kneeling.
least weirdest thing that's happened to us this combat.
True, very true. There's a lot of weird things that happen.
I didn't even get to do anything as a bear.
Very true.
It was a buffer.
Yeah, it was a buffer. It's keeping me
Dodger,
alive.
you're still at just 3 hit points, right?
Yeah, just 3.
Just
Plenty.
3? Okay.
Yeah.
No. On that note, Mayri is gonna go ahead and come down from the steps, and she'll make her way over to Dodja, and she'll put a hand on his shoulder, and I'll go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on you.
All right. So heal up a little bit.
Maybe.
There you go. So, as you guys all stand there within the study, within this abandoned study, 10 points of healing goes to you, Dodge.
Thanks for having my back.
I'll give him a nod.
With that, as all you guys stand around here, Darathra finally goes over and sees. She walks up the little stairs towards the ruined desk and sees the remnants of Hilt Kolstag in the chair. He looks. Oh, she looks and stares for a moment. She flicks off sort of the stone, like the ash and mud that is adorning her blade. She sheaths it. Well, we didn't get your answers.
Mayri is going to turn to Noblin, and she's going to say, "What was that crash before?"
That depends on what it sounded like. What did it sound like to you?
It sounded like something going through the window, because you were trying to throw it.
Noblin looks out the window. Okay, so you're right. You're very perceptive. I have to let you know this.
Well, it happened right behind me, so if I didn't notice it, it would be a little bit concerning. And she's gonna walk over to the window and try to figure out what was thrown out the window.
Okay. I look over and I go,
what do you say, Matt?
It's a book. You know, it's definitely a book. Magic book. He was in his hands. It's in there. I lost it in the grass.
You threw the wizard. Was it? You threw it. I'm just gonna like put her hands on her face.
Listen, I've played gnome football since I was, 13. I got 23 years of experience in it.
I don't know what that is.
Of course not. Of course not, because she didn't look at any gnome culture before she came here. Look at this. She's coming in the lands, doing what she wants.
Liam's gonna try and stop his hands being on fire.
Yeah.
Put him in some water.
The fire isn't burning. Like, it's not burning you. It's just there.
Yeah.
It's the craziest illusion. But it's like you're flapping it around and it just won't go away.
Yeah, he's gonna keep doing that until it goes off.
Unnatural 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Care to explain what's happening with the him over there?
Honestly, I have no words that can define what has happened in this past 2 minutes.
It was really a 2-minute battle.
No, it wasn't even 2 minutes. 1 round is 6 seconds.
It was barely, not even a minute yet, I don't think.
Yep.
Oh my god.
That's the thing. 1 round is 6 seconds. So.
That's why his hands are still on fire.
With a 20 perception, you do see in the distance. It's interesting. It got chucked backwards pretty far, flying over sort of the rear balcony, or at least the rear patio. It's not a balcony, a patio, past the stone statue that lies there, and far off, and you see. Oh wait, this should be staring into sunlight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to roll again.
Disadvantage, because drow shit.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, no.
Fuck the sunlight.
You're able to perceive as well as you can, despite the conditions of getting sunlight straight to your eyes. But either way you look, and you do see in a distant bush there is a book, a black leather-bound tome.
She is going to give Noblin a look, like a very disappointed mom look.
Noblin's gonna look up Defiant, by the way.
Yeah, that's expected. Sure.
Yeah.
And she's gonna sigh, and then she's gonna turn to the rest of the party and be like, I'm going to find a book. I may need some help because it is daytime and it is a bit hard for me to look outside during the daytime. Not you! And she turns to Noblin, like pointing at him, like, not you.
Noblin puts his foot back where it was.
Could someone accompany me outside so we can grab the book that somehow managed to get outside?
Beats me on how I got outside, guys. I don't know. Might be a flying book.
Oh my God.
I'll go along with you.
I guess at that, Mayri will start to head back out of the manor.
Okay. All right, so it's Mayri and Averon going to look for the book, right?
Yeah.
Dodger's gonna turn to the
Wonderful.
bear right beside him and be like, so, guess you're back. That's good. Alright.
Noblin, can you give me an investigation check?
God.
Oh no.
Give me an investigation check, Noblin. Man?
I thought you
Yeah.
said my name. I wasn't sure. It
Yeah.
it mumbled like in my head. My name mumbled in, and you went, "Yeah, do a perception check."
No, I said insight, not insight. Fuck, not insight. Wow, everything's wow,
Investigation.
Wubsy. Investigation check, Matt.
Oh, I accidentally did it at advantage. My bad.
That's okay. 13's fine. Within the rubble of the sort of sundered desk, there's a scattering of papers. Just all about like kind of like what remained on his own desk. That's really, I'd say, one thing that immediately catches your eye as you like when you turn around and they're just kind of standing there.
Oh, paper. I'll start looking at the papers.
Alright.
What language are the papers written in?
Common.
Common. Okay. What do the papers say?
You go around and you're sifting through the papers. Some of them are just like old ledgers, a couple requests asking for just some very simple services, maybe like a minor enchant or two, just things that are not terribly taxing for an old wizard. But there is one that does stick out. It's a rather fresh wax seal that was only seemingly recently broken, maybe a few days ago. Opening the contents of the letter, you read within it a message that simply states, "We need to talk. Meet me in Neverwinter. I can make the time. Please find me." And right at the end, it's just signed with a single J.
Noblin looks up and hands the paper off and goes, "Oh my God, they were going to Endless Summer. This is amazing. I love this place."
So, you find that. Now, Atlas, what were you planning on doing? Or what did you want to do?
I wanted to look around at like all the books to see if I could find anything remotely related to our current objective in finding the mercenaries, or any like information related.
There's a lot of books. I'd say give me a investigation check.
Please let my roll be good.
Another
That's all right.
13. Wow, look at that. Anyway, so switching around, so specific things looking for your task. What kind of information? Because there's a lot of things that it can cover. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking information on the group itself or any like association, like a bunch. Well, no, because don't we?
Are you talking about the Zentrin?
I think so, yeah. Or at least
Okay.
the mercenary group, or even the crystal, like any information, like space stuff.
Well, there's a lot of sort of things that space itself is a very interesting thing in Faerun, or in just the D&D multiverse.
Yes.
But searching around with a 13 investigation, you aren't able to really necessarily find any specific information. Searching through like countless books, trying to like piece together some stuff. There's some books that talk about, the astral plane. There's some that talk about wild space. It's like a jumble of information that's not really like transparent. It's more generalized. What you do pull with a 13 investigation is Kolstag seems to be just a procurer of information that specifically was important to himself. He's a very just self-centered person. That's what you get from the books, because there's a lot of books on, warding off intruders, trap making. There's several things about there's a theory piece on golems. It talks about a bit of the science behind that. It's not a manual of golem making, that is, but it's still just like. There's some books on evocation magic and other sort of magics as well. Histories of the land, histories of far-off lands. It's a whole collage of information. Anything else? Anybody else would like to do anything?
When Liam's hands are not on fire anymore.
Yeah, eventually you like blow them out. Just
yeah. What in this room catches Liam's eye? Like, what's interesting in this room?
Okay. Roll a perception check.
9.
What'd you get? 9?
The room itself.
The room itself is very interesting. I'd say that the telescope might have, but the telescope is now bent out of shape and broken. Maybe the the diorama of the solar system that encompasses the planets beyond Faerun. Maybe like it's almost like I'm trying to remember the specific name of it. There's not necessarily planets when it comes to like space travel, but that's something that you wouldn't know. But either way, this diorama of planets might have been interesting, but it's not something that you immediately recognize or like immediately catch your eye because it's broken. There's a wide array of books. Broken desk.
This big book here next to the telescope.
The big book that's
Liam, I think Liam will go there.
There's a big book displayed on right next to the telescope and a manuscript. Well, not a manuscript, but to far distance, far corner of the room, there's a chalkboard that is covered with various scrawls of information. But this book, I'd like for you to roll a give me a knowledge history check.
Okay.
I say knowledge history, but
I got it.
history. Yeah. History or religion. 16, that works too. 16 history. Do you happen to speak giant?
I do.
You do?
No.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
This is a very, very interesting book. First off, it stands far taller than you. The tome itself is easily about 5 feet tall.
Can I use this like chair next to me?
Yeah, there's a step stool right next to it that it seems that Kolstag was using as a thing to sit on. You take a stand on it and begin looking and peering through it. There's also like a little like transcription, some scribbles on the side that are kind of like placed within the gaps of the 2 pages that seems to have kind of like a giant to common alphabet. almost as if Kolstag was possibly deciphering this book. But it's a book written in the hand of, with your 16 history check, and knowing giant and studying giant, it is in the hand of a cloud giant that it is written. There is a very airy sort of font towards it, but it is a hefty tome that to a giant may be like, no bigger than maybe a pocketbook. But either way, staring at it, you gain little bits and pieces of information talking about stars. The legends of stars that dance across all of Faerun. There's stories about stars that encompass that of Myth Draenor, not Draenor, Draenor, in the far western lands, the old Elven Kingdom. It talks briefly about the history of Myth Draenor's fall, with the crossing of a red star and a good-aligned red dragon flying over in order to release this demon that was within Myth Draenor. It talks about the legend of that story. It talks about various other star tales and the theory of them. At least a generalized idea of what it may be. That not all the stars that fly within the sky, not all of them that just dance across within the astral plane, that even some Githyanki dance across. Now, what it does talk about is how some may be living creatures, living entities themselves that shine brightly in the night sky. And what those living entities may be vary in size. Contact with the astral plane and even wild space itself is very limited to many races. The giant words sort of ramble on more and more about the theories of wild space and the astral plane, a bit about the ethereal plane as well, but then it flips over and talks about something very interesting. The theory of the living gate, the place where much of the astral sea was originally born. And it's a theory that you know well, Liam. A theory that reminds you of your own book. Make a knowledge religion check.
16.
16. Oh, you remember it. You definitely remember it. The idea of the living gates is something that has been talked about amongst, philosophers, theologians for endless time. Debated, even if that is the spawn of, the astral sea and other sort of entities as well. The living gate itself being a theoretical portal to the multiverse, a split between realities that leads into the far realm, the realm beyond, where aberrations roam free and the impossible is possible. It is a theoretical madness conjured up by some raving mad wizard who possibly was also some crazed servant of Hadar. It is only theories. But one thing's for certain. You remember what you saw within that book. That book you wielded oh so long ago. How it talked about how he rose from the living gate. From a shard of the living gate. How the chained god became the destroyer of all. How he rose above the eldritch evils from the powers that the shard of the living gate gave him. And you remember a feeling that wells in your stomach, churns within you, and sorrow and grief and anger and all these powerful emotions begin welling within you as you read more and more into this book until you are just flipping constantly and constantly and constantly. But then it stops. The book ends abruptly. These notes were not finished. But it does.
Anyone who is watching Liam read, you would notice he's very stern. And then suddenly he looks really sick. And as he's like flipping through, when he gets to the end of it, he's like closing the book and like throwing it to the side.
But before you do that, there is a question at the end. The book ends on a question. What if the shard were given to men, to mortal kind? Ends on a question mark like that.
He'll leave the book on that page.
Okay.
Just walks away without saying a word. Strange one.
Noblin takes out the bird from his bag and goes over to the mage and puts it into his hand and says, "To help you escape the savagery and brutality of Erdlin, who is the deity of death in gnome culture." Actually, I had to research that to find that out.
Yeah.
This guy knowing lore.
We do give a fuck.
Okay. Awesome. Place the bird in his lap. So I would like Liam, really quickly, make one more. Give me an Arcana check at advantage. 21. Yeah.
Yep.
That worked. The first thing you do recognize, like as like you're sort of like stammering back and you feel sick, your mind is like racing with this knowledge. One thing that should be added onto it, even though it ends with a question of what if the shard landed in the hands of mortal kind, is the shard was destroyed, taken along with the chained god. Whatever remnants or fragments of it were scattered off to distant realms. That was the theory, of course. But one thing is, too, it is a myth. It is something that theologians are still researching. It is still myth. But it doesn't settle well that this question appears with the book. It could be a theory. But the book simply asks, what if it wasn't?
Yeah, Liam, he just goes back to the group.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. Mayri and who went out with Mayri to go find this shit? It was Averon?
Correct.
All right. I need you two to give me perception checks.
I have to do it at disadvantage because I'm outside now, right?
Yep.
Cool. While they're walking, I think for a moment it's just going to be kind of quiet, and then as they're starting to look for the
book? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, my Wi-Fi is acting up. And
Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
If I rolled that twice, I apologize.
Oh,
yeah. I rolled performance.
Performance fucking.
Love roll 20 on tablets, but as they're walking and looking, Mayri's quiet for a little bit, and then she's gonna turn to Averon and go, "Why did you stop fighting?"
Against the last gargoyle back there?
Yeah, you all of a sudden seemed to have gotten overwhelmed and just stopped. I'm not judging, I'm just curious.
We trusted Liam. Liam told me to back up. Seemed he was doing some sort of plan. And with all the explosions behind me, I wasn't sure. So yeah, I decided to just put my faith in Liam.
I've never seen a combatant trust their companions enough to step away from a fight. In fact, not fighting at all is strange to me.
What about you? Weren't you the first one to join him? Don't you trust him?
I do, but not fighting was never an option for me. You have to keep going until they're all dead.
You must have lived a very difficult life.
Difficult to some, maybe.
I've had experience with a group before. So fighting as one was enjoyable for me. And then he's gonna walk a little bit. He's gonna pace a little bit faster.
Okay. With a 23 perception, you're able to easily find the book. So picking up the pace is only natural as you see the book in the distance. You can grab it, pick it up.
Look, the book! I found it! Mary, look!
Yeah. But no, it is a wizard's spell tome. It's a old book that, I mean, you wouldn't really understand it, Averon. The inner machinations of a wizard's mind is an enigma.
Try me, God.
God.
If you want to roll an Arcana check, be my guest.
So I look at the book and I'm gonna then turn around and offer it to Mary. So this is the book or the object he threw, I guess.
I'm going to assume so. I don't see anything else out here other than glass. Mary will take it. She's gonna open it and kind of give it a glance over, just kind of like skimming.
You flip it on over, flip it on through, checking all over it. It is fucking 80% Madman's ramblings to you. The arcane language is personal. Even though it seems in this case, do you speak Draconic, perchance?
I don't.
No, then it's all just scribbles to you. There's some like flicks of Elven and flicks of Common. It's a bunch of like archaic runes and glyphs.
Draconic.
Yeah, everyone has Draconic apparently. But even Averon, as you like stare through it, you catch some hints. It's every wizard has their own innate way of like weaving spells. It's personal to the way the wizard's mind works. Some are taught more specifically, and some aren't. But with knowing Elven and Draconic, it's what you're able to pick up is it talks about using a primal weave within Kolstag to empower the runes and spells and glyphs within the book itself. It seems Kolstag was trying to basically come up with a probable sort of equation in which he could use his sorceress blood to empower his wizarding arts and combine it. But either way, as you flip through it, you do see there are several glyphs and spells and all within it. So, to the right buyer, this could be a pretty penny.
And then Averon's gonna take a risk he looks up the window and he says, "Oi! We're down here!"
Everyone except for Mayri and Averon, make a perception check. Oh, nice. They're already up to a good start. Up to a better start? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That one.
Other than that one, everyone, we've done it. We kept it going.
That's my 5th.
That's your 5th?
No, sorry, it's not my 5th. That's my
of today, right?
13th.
Oh,
13th. Hot diggity damn.
My goodness.
All right. Anyway, Dodja, you are the only one who hears Acheron shouting from beyond the window.
Going over.
You look out and you see Acheron and Mary out there in this sort of garden area.
We found the book! We're coming back!
it's gibberish, or at least I think it is. I don't know. Do you? She's just gonna like look at Everon and just like gesture to the book.
every other third word or two. So, shrugs.
Yeah, it's kind of gibberish.
Alright, see you up here.
Okay.
I turn to his group and I guess I'm like, yeah, they're, found the book.
The what book?
The football.
A book.
All right, cool.
You know, the book you didn't catch, so it went out the window?
Sure.
You didn't
Yeah.
catch it because it went bad.
Yeah,
When was
blaming
this?
Liam into making it his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liam.
Take
Why didn't
responsibility
you do that? Why didn't you catch the
for
book?
your actions.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
When was this?
You know,
No.
it was during the fight. You didn't catch the book.
During the fight?
During the fight.
There's quite a bit going on. I
Just imagine
didn't
like
see.
Mary and Averon like coming in as they're having this conversation.
Yeah, eventually you
Yeah.
guys make it like back into the room pretty quickly.
All I'm saying is that halflings are also very prominent in the GFL, the Gnome Football League, right? It's more of just the name of it. So my question is, why didn't your instincts kick in? Did you not play it?
No.
Oh,
Where are you from again?
me?
Yeah.
Why would it matter where I'm from?
I just never heard of what was it? GFLF? What?
The GFL, the Gnome Football League. Yes.
Thought it just said on the
Anyway,
floor, just listening.
you should have caught the book.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
You mean the book that you threw out the window?
You stay out of this. You don't even know about football at all.
You could have
Like
thrown it
change
at
his
my
face.
head. Of course I'm gonna be involved in this.
You know what? I'm tired of the group being against me. I'm gonna go sit in the corner. Noblin walks over to a corner and kind of pouts, sits down.
Okay. Okay. Maybe
Oh my god.
turn to Liam and go, do you think you would be able to understand what's in this book?
I could try.
Okay.
Who
Do
is
you
the
want to
book
try?
reader?
Who has the
Yeah,
who has the book? Was it everyone? Did you have it?
No, I think
Yeah.
I had it.
You
Oh,
had it? Either way, one
Yeah,
of you had
I gave
one
it
of you
to. I
did
gave it to Mary.
Yeah. Either way, it happened. It definitely happened. So, all right, I will need, if you're trying to sort of decipher it, hit me with a Arcana check. We'll just do it with that.
Oh, 15.
Oop, 15. Trying to like take your understanding of like arcane magic and input it within the tome. It's complex, it's difficult. You aren't able to find like the specific meanings, but if given due time, you can decipher the spells within the tome. Granted, you won't be able to use it, but a wizard's tome is worth a fortune to another.
I mean, given time, I could. Right now, I mean, it's like a puzzle. I'll have to figure it out.
should we keep it with us? Is it worth anything for us to keep it with us? You can study it?
You may have the wrong idea. I'm not a wizard, so I can't learn spells like this. I tried multiple times.
Mary's just gonna look at Averon and go, oh, I'm so glad we went down there to look for it then. She's just gonna walk away.
We can sell it to a wizard, though. They'd love this.
So that then I want to grab the book, and then when you mention selling it, I'll just give it to Noblin.
Noblin heard the selling, but was still spiteful because of his own ill will. And so he's like, "Oh, I didn't know it was worth money." And when I get the book, I just like I look up and I'm like, "I love you."
Oh, I can't wait for the fan art of these two.
What I will say though, receiving this book, you have to find the right seller, of course, but it sustained minimal damages when you threw it. A couple glass like little like tiny little bits of glass that you're able to just shake off that haven't if they weren't already shaken off by the fall or the picking up of Averon, uh, it's off now. So with that, put a wizard tome in your fucking inventory, and as you all like finish regrouping, gathering information, materials, Darathra approaches all of you. Well, I hope you got what you were looking for, or were able to receive something from this.
I mean, I know that this gem or whatever is a lot scarier than I initially thought.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, what do you mean?
It has maybe the capacity to link to place, plane, gate. It's theory, but it could lead to very dangerous and unexpected events. Stuff that's not just localized on this town. So we need to definitely take care of it.
You're telling, well, I think it's pretty obvious that this shard or whatever it is does not come from our plane, but look, all right, fine. I don't think I need to know anymore right off the bat. Just, you've got some information, and you know what you need to do next. Just get it back as soon as possible, please.
You have our word.
He nods.
Darathra looks towards all of you and nods and says, I'll get Corwin over here to deal with Kolstag's rights. Until then, return soon, please. I don't want to wait on this another moment more.
I agree.
She steps to exit the study, and she makes her way out of the study, out of Kolstag's manor.
Thank you.
Can I get out of wild shape and run after her really quick before she leaves?
Yeah, sure. So she heads down the
Meet her
stairs.
outside, if anything.
Yeah. So I'll say you realize you need to say something, drop the form, and go chase after her, and eventually you two meet at sort of the doorsteps of the entryway to Kolstag's manor, and she hears you approach. Yes.
I wanted to thank you for everything that you've given us, but I also wanted to ask your advice.
I could give you some. Yes. What is it?
You suggested I go off with this group, and I'm warming up to them, but I don't know whom I can trust, and I wanted to know how you decide whom you can trust.
She looks at you for a minute as you say that, and she smiles and just time reveals everything. These people here, they seem stable to an extent, but trust is not given so lightly. You know this, I know this. I'm pretty sure they know this too. You've only known them 3 days. They're not asking you to die for them. But we don't know when trust is earned. It's a feeling. You feel within your heart. And I think you'll know. I think you have a lot more to give than you think. But if one of them comes at you with a knife or tries to steal from you, just... you know what to do.
And he's gonna give a sharp nod.
Be careful with this. If this is far beyond your reach, don't die for it. You can always live and fight another day. That's what I was taught, at least. So, until then, round up all of them and get moving, please.
All right. Thank you.
She turns away and starts walking down the hill from which the manor is upon. I'll assume all of you eventually regroup.
How's everyone feeling?
Oh, there we go.
All good. That was pretty rough. He looks at everyone.
It wouldn't hurt for at least all of us to get a short rest. I wouldn't mind if some of us needed a long rest.
Yeah, I'd like to figure out my my cloak and not be on death's door anymore.
Noblin's like holding up like a broken hand or something. Like Noblin's going through the ringer.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Like snapped
we,
at the wrist, elbow, and shoulder.
What were you saying?
Perhaps we get supplies and find a. I don't know, what time is it?
It's not even noon.
Yeah.
It's like 11:30 a.m. It's almost noon.
Let's get supplies and I guess find we could start walking and rest whenever we feel like it.
I agree. I think we will take a short rest, as you call it, as we're maybe walking around or something. We can talk about our journey to this hideout or whatever.
Did we ever get Darathra's approval for some form of transportation?
You did not.
I don't think so.
Goes chasing. Come back!
I mean, how far away is it? Is it like a walk?
There's 100 miles.
Yeah.
Or so.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know if everyone here is as accustomed to that sort of travel as you and I are, Dodger.
I don't think my shoes would survive that.
There's an inn not too far from here, but we can at least rest up for a little bit before going back out.
I wonder what the name of it is.
Technically, it'll still be on Drathra's tab.
Oh. I really don't feel like babysitting you all again. I'm going to be quite honest.
Oh, I never said tavern. Don't get
you
me
get used
started
to it.
on taverns.
Babysitting is interesting.
Well, I think we'll walk around for now. We'll at least leave this estate.
Okay.
No. I guess if everyone's ready, let's go.
All right. So, with that, all of you guys grab all your things, gather up what you can, what you're taking from here, and make your way out of the manor, down the hill, and back into the town of Tribor. All of you, just remind me what the plan is, just so we can get it cemented.
We need to go retrieve an item from a fort.
True. Well, that is one of the plans.
That is
what's
the main
current? What's the current objective? Like, what's your now?
Oh,
We're going to the hideout in Griffin's Nest.
Okay, so when I say now,
So-
are you guys going there
Right
right now?
now.
We're
We're
taking
getting
a short rest.
supplies,
Yeah.
and then
And
a
we're
We're
rest.
taking a short rest, and then we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out how we're traveling.
Okay, because I was like, damn, y'all are just going there right now. I respect that. I respect
No,
the
we're
grind.
dead.
one
Not
extra
that
unit
we're
dream,
dead.
baby.
Could we potentially take a little bit of a longer rest? Because some of us only have one spell slot per spell level at the current moment.
Oh,
Some of us only have.
Some of us have
doesn't
4
know how to
Question is,
manage
how
spell
much time
slots.
do we
Okay.
Well,
have?
some of us needed to heal everybody.
Some of us only have
And
3
some of us
working
are very
fingers,
appreciative.
and some of us wanted a better heal.
Okay. Okay.
You're the highest heal that I provided.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm going with the character here.
So, plan is to go around, gather shit up, find out if you can get horses. Luckily for you guys, Tribor is home to several ranches, so it is more than possible for all of you to get riding horses if you want. We'll see what happens. All of you guys, who's going to do what? Because there's also some people that want to take a long rest and go back to the tavern. And the tavern you guys were going to is the Tribor Arms, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Tribor Arms. Who's going to the Tribor Arms?
To take a long rest, I'll go.
Yeah.
I'm going there.
Sweet.
Yes.
So, what's up, Averon?
Yeah. If they do that, then I would like to, while they're long resting, like short rest for me, but I want to also go to the arms person because I forgot, or I didn't forget, but my bow is like half broken.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You got a crack in your bow.
Yeah. So I gotta fix that.
One. That's right. Shit. All right, cool. I could totally do that. So in that case, for those of you guys who are actually going to a long rest, I'd say the tavern isn't going to like supply you with a place to sleep. That's more for the inn, like the inn that you guys stayed at previously. But if you guys just want to go get drinks, I mean, hey, the option's there. But if you guys want a long rest, you can go back to the inn that you guys originally stayed at. You know, make Darathra's pockets run empty more.
I think once we get to like the center of town, Mayree's going to turn to everyone and go, all right, so some of us need to rest after that. Some of us obviously need to figure out supplies and transportation, I suppose. Perhaps we should split. Some people take care of the supplies. I'm sure Averon, Dodger, you are well familiar with the sorts of supplies we will need on this adventure. The rest of us who need it can go rest, and perhaps we meet back here however long.
Liam looks toward Neve. Do you, knowing those people that we're going to go to, do you know how long they would be there?
DM.
What's up? Trying to figure out how long they would be there.
Yeah.
Well, kind of reflecting back on like your experience there, they would, if they're still in the same location, they've been there for a while. They, if there's signs of them possibly still being in the same location within the Evermoors, there's a solid chance this is a less of a temporary like hideout and possibly more permanent because they were there when you were there last week. You know.
Do I know if they have like a selling point nearby that area?
Oh, that's cool.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Make a knowledge. See, if there's a Pathfinder, I'd be like, yeah, make a knowledge. Somna. Make just a history check to see how well you know your stuff with.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Jesus Christ. That is unfortunate.
That was a nat one for people.
No, not one.
14 nat ones.
Oh my
you don't know the inner workings of the what is it? You don't know the inner workings of the Zentrum. Since you're not necessarily, you never worked with them.
Yeah.
If you knew someone who was previously like had criminal connections to the Zentrum, maybe, but not really.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well then Neve is gonna say this is their normal location. They stay there regularly, but I don't know when they will be there and not trying to sell the crystal elsewhere.
Oh, you're talking about like when they're not. Okay, I thought you were talking about when the camp was going to pack up and leave. Specifically, their movements. With kind of the previous knowledge, you did track them for a little bit. The outpost comes and goes from time to time. It fluctuates from being just an abandoned like post to actually being flooded with Zentrum. But they themselves, Yennevar and Yennevar's group, they wander. They wander a lot. You only got lucky recently with this attempt because you managed to track them and realize they were staying there for some time within the Evermoors. So I thought you were talking about the whole camp itself packing up and moving. I was like, shit. Well, I mean, that's possible.
Right.
That's feasible, but like,
So in that case, like they will probably be leaving from Tribor. They're probably on their way now.
Yeah, with the distance that is had, chances are to have maybe like a day advantage on you, right? Assuming they, assuming they rested, they maybe have like a day advantage on you because they probably went from Crypt Garden straight to the Evermoors. So they still got to trek all of that way. Well, it's not exactly in the Evermoors, right? I'm just trying to remember. It's within the Griffin's Nest. I keep saying the Evermoors because I'm thinking of the Evermoors. My apologies. Just to correct stuff.
Okay.
For all those listening at home, because I just realized that I was just looking at the map. And I'm like, fuck, wait, yeah, that makes no sense. It's the southern end of Griffin's Nest, or at least the hillsides that surround the Griffin's Nest. My apologies, everyone.
And do I know that they usually travel by foot? Do they?
Oh yeah, they do travel by foot. The fastest one among them is one of Yennevar's comrades, who you know as Sly.
Okay. I take back what I said before.
You can add it on as well if you want.
Thinking about it, if we can get on if we can get horses or something, we might be able to gain an advantage because they've left about a day before us. And then maybe we can get there at the same time as them. And our plan could work out.
All right. So we sorry, out of character. Did Neve say that they were on foot?
I'd say
I implied it, but I didn't say it.
Implied it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's an implication.
We could probably then rest. We could probably sleep here then, and then leave probably at night at some point at night. Because it is still pretty early. So yeah, I'll probably stay up then, at least for a little bit, to get some things in order.
With that being said, who's all going to get supplies?
I
will get supplies.
I will though.
All right. Sweet. Wait, Ryan, did you have a question?
Did you? No. Sorry, I was just clearing.
I had something I wanted to do really quick.
Coda had a question. That's what I caught up with. Yeah. Okay.
Before the party separates, Mary's gonna go up to Liam and she's gonna hand him 10 gold and say, if at all possible, could you get a couple of healing potions? If you end up having to dip into your own money to get more, let me know and I can pay you back.
Understood. Thank you.
So, all of you guys, let's go shopping.
Yeah, let's go.
Those of you who go shopping. So, Liam, Averon, and Noblin. Anyone else joining? If not, perfectly fine. Y'all are going to rest. So, Liam, Averon, and Noblin. You guys, especially Averon, who's been in this place a little bit longer than others, you would know that a branch of the of the Lion Shield Coaster Company is actually within Tribor. It is a building not too far from where you're standing. A short distance walk leads you to it, and eventually you stumble across a door that is called the Lion's Share, or at least it has a sign that says the Lion's Share across it with the symbol of a golden lion right on the sign. You would know, being a sort of citizen of Neverwinter, and just being a traveler of the Sword Coast, that the Lion's Share Coaster is a company that is made for, essentially, it's a general goods store. It is a branch of general good traders and tradesmen that span across the reaches of the Sword Coast.
Awesome. But, I'm gonna go inside and see if I can detect any, bows. I'm looking for bows.
You're looking for bows? Well, as you enter on in, eventually you find yourself surrounded by a veritable array of goods, trinkets, foods, dried foods, just the widespread accoutrement that you would find within a general store. Ropes, lamp oil, bombs. Not bombs. I'm joking. I'm making an old Zelda reference. Anyway, so by the way, you find a wide variety of stuff. There's fucking fishing rods. There's just bags of marbles. There's furs galore. There's a lot of furs, especially because of the town itself. It is very hunting based. But either way, standing at the far desk, just basically just kind of like the well, oh my god, my brain is blanking out and it is not functioning, but that's okay. He's standing behind a counter. You see a rather young, well-trimmed man, maybe no more than mid-20s, maybe like mid to late 20s. Stands there, rather dashing comparatively to the rest of the individuals that you've met with in Tribor. He turns over and looks at all of you and just like, welcome. Welcome to my store. How can I help all of you? Welcome to the Lion's Share. My name is Narth Tesrin. You can just call me Narth. But how may I help you?
Good morning, seller. And then I'm going to take off my bow from my back and then show him the crack that's in there. And I'm going to see, I just need some form of replacement, maybe equal value, nothing crazy. Though I don't mind looking at better wares as well.
Well, firstly, if you're looking for a bow, I'm not terribly sure if I have a bow here, but I can look around. He begins sort of like looking around, especially towards like the hunting equipment that he has, sort of the traps, like rabbit traps, bear traps, fox traps, like a lot of things. And apologies if you hear my dogs barking upstairs. They are rather loud, but that's okay. Anyway, of course. So, hunting gear, hunting gear, hunting gear. He begins perusing more and more. He grabs a bow from the side, and it's a suitable bow. By the looks of it, it's not pristine make. It's not something that is incredible quality. It is just a hard, wooden bow. That could serve. It could serve its needs. Whether it could be properly used in warfare. It's not a war bow. It's proper hunting bow. As he sort of places it down. This could be good at well, firing arrows, of course, but it'll definitely serve your needs if you need to hunt anything around the size of maybe a deer or so.
Yeah, that might not work. What I hunt are vastly larger than deer.
Oh, he sort of looks at you for a second. Like, well, unfortunately, I'm not an armsman, or a fletcher or a bowman. He hangs it back up on the rack. The best one that I would say you could talk to here is, well, I don't know if he does bows per se, but he is a rather prominent smith. Find something at the Foehammer's Forge. Maybe.
Right. Much obliged.
Not a problem. Is there anything else that I can help you with?
I do have one question. If I were in need of a horse, do you know who I would talk to? And especially, more often, just more carriages, some form of transportation for a group.
Oh, transportation. Yes, of course. The place that you want to look for is the Cart and Coin. That place handles all sorts of individual travel. It is between the Western Caravan Campground and the Talking Troll. It is a wonderful place to go there if you're looking to buy and sell horses.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much. And then I'm going to head my way over there.
All right.
Sir, do you
Yes?
happen to have medical supplies like bandages and like first aid?
I do have some healers kits around here. If you're looking
How
for
much
that.
would those be?
A healer's kit? Well, it's not a genius bit of alchemy as he sort of sifts through like a couple drawers behind the shelf, well, not behind the shelf, but behind his counter, and then pulls out these 2 boxes. A healer's kit nowadays will typically run you around the price of. He just does some quick math in his head. I'd say around 7 gold pieces per kit.
7 gold pieces.
I see.
Of course, this covers bandages, salves, splints, anything that you need to help mend a wound. There is a sewing needle within it and thread in order to stitch wounds.
Is there antidote in there as well?
Antidote? No, but if you want, I could throw in a bottle or 2 of antidote for, I'll say an additional 3 gold.
Would you also know the price of a healing potion?
Well, that will run you vastly more, my friend.
Yes,
sort of
I was trying to,
a series of bottles.
balance it out.
Oh, most people do, but healing potions are a much more instant remedy rather than something that takes time. He picks up about 4 red vials and places them on the countertop next to the healer's kits and the antidotes. One healing potion will run you 50 gold pieces. And for the 4 itself, it's a bundle that I am willing to sell for 190 gold.
And if I get the healing potion in the med kit with the antidotes, how much would that be? If I bundled those together.
I'm already giving it a discount for when it comes to the 4-pair itself, the 4-pack, if you would. But I would be willing to round it up to an even 200.
Can I roll some form of insight check to see if he is giving the right price?
Go ahead, roll insight. Sure, yeah, of course.
Okay. I just want to check because, you know.
I mean, 200 for all of that isn't the worst.
Not bad.
Oh, God.
We do have 300 gold from.
True.
And I don't think we've actually, divvied it up.
Oh, we did.
I'm so sorry. There we go. Insight check, you said? There we go.
Insight.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Ooh, 19. Well, it's kind of obvious that he's kind of judging you guys for what you are presenting your value as. And you guys look fucking rough right now. You guys just recently came from a fight. You guys are ragged and brutal, and he's trying to cut you some slack. But of course, he seems like a fresh-faced guy. It doesn't seem like he wants to try and upsell. He seems rather genuine. So that's what a 19 will get you.
So I just give that look to Liam, damn. Yeah, this guy's telling. This guy's legit.
Noblin asks, "Listen, man. Do you know the priority of these healing potions? You know how potent they are? How strong are they?"
I'm not sure. The instructions that came with the packaging is that, drink it and it should heal you right up. It won't regrow a limb, but...
Have you tried this product before?
I'm
just curious.
I haven't been that wounded that I've needed it. I've usually put a band-aid on my cuts.
Oh, my friend.
A 50 gold healing potion.
My friend. I reach up to shake his hand. I'm Noblin Nottingham. I need to let you know, back in my gnome village of Gnome Town, I was a product tester. I could test these products for you and come back and give you a review. All I need is a little discount.
Make a fucking deception check.
I should have came with you guys. Damn.
Yeah. Oh. Shut the fuck up.
What?
Oh
No
my.
way. No way.
So, Matt, what did you roll? Matt, just tell everyone what you rolled.
I rolled a 6 + 2, so an 8.
I rolled a 1.
Oh no way!
my
Oh
God.
no way! Let's go.
Noblin, the deceiver.
Noblin, you
The
sort of
deceiver.
look up. He looks down at you, and you are covered in your own blood, like
In my own blood
some
and
scratches and
pocket.
shit. And you're just sitting there with your hand extended. He's like, you know what? For some reason, right now, I think I trust you.
I'm a very trustworthy person.
I will cut it down to 150 gold.
I look back at the group. What did we say? Huh?
This might be the best deal we're gonna get. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Can we huddle?
Yeah, let's do a little huddle.
I squat down.
So
You're on the two.
It's like a fucking. It's like a what is it? Like a fucking what is it? Like a some sort of fucking little league coach or some shit. Like some t-ball baseball coach kneeling down to his kids. Like, all right, guys, team plan.
How tall
You're
is
gonna hit the ball."
Averon?
He's taking a knee right
6
now.
feet.
Yeah.
I have 60 gold.
I have 57.
I have 42.
So we have just enough for 150 gold. How about the? Hold on. Let me ask a question to them. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Do you by chance have anything for an actor? You know, maybe something to help me make costumes or disguises or something like that. Kind of like a kit.
I don't see why I wouldn't. I have makeup kits.
Makeup kits, yeah. You got a disguise kit? Are they the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God comes down. It's like,
God says
hey,
yes.
Noblin. Essentially, yes.
Okay. I look up to God. Thank you, God. How much would that be? How about this? You throw it in there, and we give you 150. Does that work? Because really, I'm a pretty prominent product tester. Like,
Oh, really?
I usually run a pretty good fee. You know, yeah. No, I get back to you
So
very quickly and with health potions.
This place, Gnome Town, that you're from. Do you have like certification there? I've never
yes.
heard of your name or your business.
Yes. I work for the Nottinghams. The Nottingham Product Testing Service. It's ran by me and my 14 brothers and 3 sisters.
His eyes sort of like widen. It's
That's
like
a lot of
14 brothers
siblings.
and 3 sisters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Have you never been to a gnome village before? It's crazy over there.
I
It's like rabbits.
rarely leave Tribor, so I can't say I.
Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you what. Next time you're in Gnome Town, let them know that Noblin sent you, and they'll greet you so pleasantly. I promise you.
I give Averon 60 gold.
I have 62 gold in my hand.
I'm gonna go walk outside.
Sorry.
Oh, it's like in a bag,
102.
by the way.
Oh, okay, cool.
I hand 48 gold to Averon.
Okay, so that comes up to 110 gold. That was given to you, Averon, on top of your 57. So that puts you at 167 gold. So I'll say that with your words, Noblin, the merchant 100% will just be like, he trusts you right now, so he'll throw in the disguise kit as well for a bundle of 1 healer's kit, 2 antidotes, 4 basic healing potions, and a disguise kit for 150 gold. Does that work with all y'all? All right. He takes the gold and turns towards you. He's like,
"Can you put that in the loot chat, please?"
If someone would like to write it down for me, I would love that.
I got you.
Thank you
Thought it was
so
on
very
that
much.
shit, I thought.
Yep. All right. By the way, like sort of takes the gold, looks into the bag, ruffles through it a little bit just to see if he feels like any sort of like inconsistencies. He doesn't. He takes his hand out, looks over, he's like, "Pleasure doing business with all of you." And Sir Ranger, if you're looking for the smith, it's not too far from here. He's on the northern end of town. Bowhammer's Forge is what you want to look for.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. Have a fair rest of the day for all of you.
You as well, sir. You as well.
As we're walking out, Averon gives Noblin like from his cloak, his left hand, just like a fist bump prompt.
Oh yeah. Noblin gets real excited about this and starts jumping a little bit, and then gets in there, gives a real good fist bump.
So, eventually, you guys make your way away from the lion's share, past the Lord Protector's Keep, and find your way once again towards the Talking Troll. Eventually, finding your way in between the what's it called? In between the buildings, where there's a large. Oh my god, what am I? Stables. There's the word, stables. It's like an open stables. With this sort of building along the side that seems to serve as almost like an office, or just an interior where you fill out some paperwork, or maybe even the people who run this place live. By the way, a sign sticks out and jets out with a symbol of a cart loaded to the brim with coin and a merry man on top of it counting all the coin. Symbol of the cart and coin. Standing out front are a veritable array of different horses. Tending to all of them, brushing them, cleaning them, watering them, doing what is necessary, is a single man, middle-aged, has kind of this wicked widow's peak, kind of like, not like Vegeta's, but like kind of like halfway Vegeta's widow peak. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, and some people probably don't. So, oh well. Anyway, it's a very intense widow's peak that then forms out to like this long, not stringy hair, but it's definitely like a straighter hair quality. Clean shaven face, more narrow eyebrows, that come across with this like red and brown tunic. As he sits there brushing at one of the horses. Eventually, as you guys begin to walk up, one of the horses just kind of like like something like that, just neighs a little bit, seeing you all approach, and like takes a couple steps back, and eventually the man turns over and looks at the horse to see what's going on, and then turns towards all of you. He's like, well, hello there. He brushes off his hands and puts down the brush that he was using to tend to the mane of one of the horses. He looks towards you. Well, welcome to the Cart and Coin. How can I help all of you?
Hello, Sella. We're here for transportation. Do you have some sort of cart for a group of about, he looks to Liam, about 7 people?
Yes, that's correct.
He takes out like a pipe from that he had stored on his side and like packs it full of tobacco and does a quick little snap and lights it as like you're talking. We do have some. We do have some standing by. We could assemble something for you. Any specific occasion, just for travel, trade? What are you looking for?
Primarily travel for now.
How many passengers? 7 plus 1 driver, or 6 plus 1 driver?
6 plus 1 driver.
All right. I can get behind that. I think we can fashion something together, but of course, my horses aren't necessarily cheap, I can say. I'll get you from one location to the other, but of course, it's going to come at a price, as all things do. So, 1 draft horse or 2?
Looks at Noblin. What does your gut tell you, gnome?
You know, let's flip a coin, eh? What about that?
All right.
Do you want to flip a coin? I mean, like,
I'm just thinking. I look to Liam and I'm like, I just don't know if one is going to be able to hold Dodger.
Well, as you're about to flip the coin, the stable master turns over and looks at you. It's like, well, if anything, for 6 people, you'll probably want 2, unless it's 6 more of you. Well, I guess not 6 more, but like other of you, half folk. No offense.
All right.
Would you like to repeat what you said, sir?
No. Let's
so
not.
It's either half folk or stout folk. It's
half.
I don't mean
folk.
it. I don't mean it
half.
in a wrong way. Okay.
And how did you mean it?
No,
how did you mean
just
it?
I'm
let's
talking
not.
about your height.
Let's
I mean,
talk.
compared to that, man, it's
You know what,
at a
sir, I
different
need to
size.
let you know that I
do I
work for the
try?
Better Business Bureau under the Gnome Division.
Averon, please
I will have this whole
continue.
place shut down.
Oh my goodness.
Noblin, let's take 5. Let's take 5 over here. Let's cool off. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
let's
the
take
GFL.
5.
Let's talk about
Yeah, let's take 5. Get the fuck out of here.
The man
Like,
sort of takes another puff from his pipe as he watches you walk away, and he's like, "That was something." Okay.
I give Liam that look of like, you got this.
I look at well, no, I look at, but I am the stable master. The stable master is me. But the stable master looks towards you and just simply nods his head and it's like, that wasn't offensive to you, was it?
I am fine. How much for travel of 100 miles?
Miles? Do you plan on owning these horses, or are you just looking for a carriage service?
I'm more trying to figure out what the prices are like. First time buying a carriage.
Fair enough. Well, if you're traveling on the roads, owning a carriage is a rather bit of a hassle. It could run you anywhere from 200 to 250 gold, depending on what kind of horses you get, or the carriage itself, how many people you're trying to carry along with you. So owning one is a rather costly endeavor, but it's rather worthwhile if you're able to keep it. You don't have to worry about travel. Take care of your horses, they take care of you, and ensure you get to one destination to the other. Now, of course, when you're talking about off-roading and going crazy like that, there are some people that think it funny to try and off-road. I don't want to point any fingers, but it's some gnomes, I'm just saying. But off-roading with carts has become a sport recently. And
I would say that last part with the hush tone.
Oh no,
he's not exactly that far.
That's why I whispered a little bit.
Goblin's ears tingle outside.
Is it called
He
rally
feels
kart
racist.
racing?
It's not wrong. I like it. I like it. I watch it from time to time if any of the races are ever passing town. I think it's a very interesting sport, but it does do damage on the cart, and depending on the place you go in, it can be rather rough.
I can imagine. Well, how much would it be to rent a horse?
A single horse?
Well, 6 horses? Would that be more expensive?
Where are you heading to, friend?
I'm gonna have to do a history check because I don't remember.
I'll tell it for you because I kept fucking it up. It's the south end of Griffith's Nest. Well, not Griffith's Nest, Griffin's Nest. On the map, it's literally the tail end of that sort of spine of mountains and hills. So south of Griffith's Nest. I keep saying Griffith. South of Griffin's Nest. Don't look at me like that, Ryan. Anyway.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, Liam, he says he's spaghetti, so he says that information.
Okay. So he sort of sits there for a moment. It's like, oh, you're off-roading. Then I should have kept my mouth shut. But you're not off-roading with a cart, so that's fine. If you're heading that far, that's a good distance. Our horses can get there pretty quick, though. I'd say it's about for the horses. It's 10 gold a day, which is rather reasonable, seeing how one of my draft horses runs at about 50 gold pieces. Only one of them. I'll give you 6 of them for 10 gold pieces a day.
How many days would that be? That type of travel?
He sits there for a moment. I'm gonna see if he's actually smart enough to know that kind of travel. He rolled a nat 20. He's a fucking genius.
Yo, nice.
He's
he
into
lived
rally.
that travel.
He's into rally kart
Doing the
racing. He
crystal
knows.
Well, it takes this long when you're on
This
foot, and
dude-
this long when you're on a
All I'm
horse.
saying is, if this dude was in Steel Ball Run, he would win the race across the Americas. He would do it. Anyway. So he sits there for a moment. Another puff of smoke rises as he smokes from his pipe. That'd be approximately 200 miles. Assuming consistent, normal travel speed without any major interruptions. If you're traveling with someone who knows the lay of the land, the grass fields and some of the hills in the distance, he looks over at his horses. He sits there for a moment. As I also look up the travel distance of a horse Assuming land is good, you're looking at. I see giggling at me. Looking at about 35, 40 miles a day. If it's good weather, good conditions, good land, you can cross a long distance with my horses. So you're looking at 200 miles. About 50 gold a horse. Well, that's nope. Wrong math. I'm a genius when it comes to horse travel, not money. 40 gold per horse.
Per horse?
Yeah, 40 gold per horse, and you're looking at 6 horses. So you're looking at about 240 gold. Thank you, Celestial Spirit in my head.
You're welcome.
Liam kind of eyes him a little bit because he said before it would be 10 for 6 horses.
10 for 6 horses.
What?
Right.
10 a day, you said.
Yeah, 10 a
10
day
a
for
day.
6 horses.
For 6 horses. Oh, that's also me as a DM kind of getting complicated with the math and also realizing my brain is slowly cooking inside out. So, look, hey guys, when you're a kid, don't take a nail file into your brain. Those wrinkles are good. Don't smooth it out.
What?
What the fuck?
So, it'd be 10 gold for 6 horses for 4 days of travel is 40 gold pieces. There. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Congratulations. It's because I added in the fish number. I also, was calculating miles and shit. Anyway.
All right. Well,
also, wait, hold up. As the DM, I was partially right. I just accidentally multiplied it by 6. So I was right initially, but the times 6 was not necessary. I scrambled myself. I'm right in the end. Anyway,
okay, capitalist. Whatever.
So, we're not going to be buying these today, but later tonight. I kind of motion Averon to come over. Would that be all right?
So I have them ready for tonight. If you're asking me to prepare the horses for travel for tonight, I'll need to be paid now and insurance as well.
Oh no.
Always the fucking insurance. Do we have nationwide?
Averon, you stay here. I will be back. And Liam is going to go to Liam is going to go to the inn or tavern, wherever the party went.
Averon is the insurance.
Averon is literally just standing there for a while, just like.
So, weather's looking really nice.
Moblin would like to use the disguise kid to come back into this store.
And disguise yourself as well.
You're not using it right now.
I mean, sure. Get about 10 uses out of it before it runs out. So
I only get 10. Perfect. This is the perfect time to use it to test. I thought it was going to get so much less than that.
I don't think you did.
What do you want to disguise yourself as? As Liam, you're heading towards the North Shield House. So just heading on over there. Anyway, what do you want to disguise yourself as, Noblin?
Hey, I have a couple of choices, and so I'm gonna roll a d4 to decide that.
All right.
So I got a 1. So the first idea that I had was I was gonna walk in dressed as a human that is just very short to see if he treats me differently.
Grandpa's clothes, just like dragging behind a bunch of shit.
Yeah, but I got it like really well tucked into my shoes, so like we're all good.
What fucking shoes are you wearing?
Don't worry about it. It's gnome culture secrets.
Gnome culture also includes the clown car.
It really does, yeah. They're shoes of holding.
Shoes of holding. Roll me a deception check, I'd say, for being able to be. Holy shit!
My God.
Okay, so in order to act as someone else, I will also say, if you want to, you could change the way you speak, because in the distance you have been listening to this man for more than a minute.
Right.
So if you want to change how you speak, you definitely can. But either way, the costume, you sort of dart around a corner, out of eyesight from this individual, and dress up in a very interesting set of clothes that it does give more humanistic vibes. It's definitely a different outfit than you would. You do the whole Clark Kent Superman thing where you put on a pair of glasses, but eventually you come back around the corner. Maybe you have like a toupee that you have in your bag as well. Just put it on. The full disguise, it's a very well-made disguise for just being given the kit. But eventually, come around the corner, and as Averon, make an insight check for me real quick.
This is gonna be bad, fellas. Oh my God!
Oh, no way!
What the heck? What?
20 and 20. I just want Noblin, and so just Matt and Derek, you two roll d20s, just flat d20s.
Flat d20s, okay.
Flat d20s.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Derek got an 11. Noblin with the 18, Matt with the 18. Okay, so
Locked in.
Averon, you see this person come around the corner, a rather short, human-looking figure.
Mm-hmm.
You swear to any divine that is listening that you recognize that mustache, but it might just be a hunch, you know? It might just be a hunch. But either way, this human individual walks up. What are you doing, Matt?
All right. Well, I talk just like a human talks in this world. I don't have a camera on, but I've donned a cowboy hat. Oh, hey there, partner. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty fine, of course.
Hey, man, listen, I got an issue, and I needed your help with the, human to human kind of thing here. You know what I mean?
You all right? You're rather short for a human.
Now, son,
But
just because I'm short, don't mean I can't turn them glasses into contacts. Come on now, you know me.
He was like, touche. What can I help you with?
Listen, brother, I need some philosophical ideas, right? Now, let's say, so I got a wizard friend. I met him at a bar, and he was telling me that he has a pet, right? It's a little animal he keeps with him, but the animal can shapeshift. But here's my issue, right? Sometimes he won't recognize his animal, and he'll treat it different just because he doesn't recognize what the animal actually is. And I just want to know, is that wrong to do?
Well, so he doesn't know about the animal. Like, he doesn't know that the animal has changed form. Or does he know?
He does not know. He does not know.
And he treats it differently. Well, I guess it would be wrong, yeah.
It would be kind of wrong. So why the fuck? And he rips off the toupee. So why the fuck would you treat me differently when you thought I was a goddamn human? What's your issue?
Everyone, you see you tearing off this like disguise.
I'm gonna grapple. I'm gonna run and grapple Noblin.
Okay, so as this all happens, we're gonna shift over and cut to the North Shield Inn, where Liam, you're making your way to the rooms that everyone is resting in, and just kind of knocking on the doors, trying to get people to give you money. So,
Yep.
I wanted to be known.
Yep.
Dodge is not resting anywhere. He's just kind of sitting in front in the lobby.
Oh, hey, Dodja. You wouldn't happen to have 45 gold?
How much money did we get from splitting up the gold?
how much money did you get from splitting up the gold, guys?
43.
Oh, okay.
Everyone got 43 and Liam got 42.
Oh, that's right.
I got 43 I could give you.
That's perfect.
What do you need it for?
The ride to the hideout.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm serious. I didn't mean to make it sound like I was lying.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you're lying.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh shit.
Have you been lying?
No, I'm not.
Oh my god.
You just
He's
keep getting
lying.
stranger and stranger. Anyway, how many horses are we needing?
6.
Can you even ride one?
Don't have experience, but I'm sure it's not hard.
No, look, like, does he have horses that you and Noblin can ride?
Just a heads up, Liam. These were big fucking draft horses. Like, they were big bitches. They're like, to give you kind of an idea of like what I mean.
If I got help, maybe.
Well, yeah, but I mean, draft horses like are typically Clydesdale horses. They're anywhere from 5.3 to 6 feet tall. So it would be colossal. I will say, as you were passing by and walking through the streets, you did see that there were a couple places that you could possibly get ponies from. So you can really like hobbit this shit up, you know?
We
Just an idea.
Anna, for those of you who can't see and you probably won't see, Anna has a diagram.
I mean, I could share a horse with somebody.
That can work on
It'd
saving
be cheaper
some
too.
coin. Well, here's the deal. I'll give you my coin. You figure out how horses we need exactly. Save some coin. We'll use it for someone else.
So, you go around. Who is to sort of expedite this? Who wants to sort of give coin? 79 plus 43. Yeah, it's 122.
Someone should have a calculator.
All right. He makes his way back.
Okay, you make your way on back. I'm just gonna get a fucking TI-84 eventually. Again, Matt just died because he had to get the calculator. Anyway, welcome back, Matt. He had to get the calculator. So eventually, you make your way back to the stables, rushing on over with the golden hand, and see very, very, very interesting conversation. Avron is kind of holding Noblin back as Noblin is going into and seemingly has been going on a very long rant about gnomish culture. And the stable master looks towards you and is like, welcome back. Mr. Rich, can you please like you see the stable master just turns towards you and focuses on you more as there's a barrage of shouting.
Hey, Noblin, are you okay with sharing a horse with somebody?
Yeah, of course I'm okay with sharing the horse with someone.
Right. We'd only need 4 horses. So how much would the expense be?
I don't know if it's 4. Is it 4?
Be 5.
Be 5?
Although 4 might be a good idea.
Oh, okay, we need 4.
Yeah, we can share.
4
They're
horses.
4 horses. I'd say if I was going to give you 6 horses at 10, I'll say I'll give you 4 horses for 5 gold. 5 gold rent. Now, of course, this does come with insurance. I will need a down payment on the horses in case if the horses do die in your travels. Seeing how you're going off the beaten path, and I need to make sure I run a profit.
So how much would the total expense be?
Total expense would be, for the 4 days of travel, you're looking at 20 gold, but on top of the... Well, look, to be honest, I just want to, hurry this along so then your gnomish friend can get on his way. But either way...
Is he like a rabid animal at this point?
Kind of.
I'm foaming at the mouth in the back of the store right now.
I'll just say 120 gold. Make it simple. Does that work for you? 120 gold?
Yep.
Wonderful. Hand me the gold. Shake on it. I'll have them ready for you tonight.
He hands him the gold.
Okay.
And
Shakes
he kind of sighs because he realizes how much money that actually was.
Shakes your hand. Don't worry. If you return with all the horses, I'll give you your 100 gold deposit back.
Nice. I see.
So, that's just why it's insurance. In case if they fucking die, I still gotta make sure just don't try and kill him, please. Understood?
Well,
Thank you.
All right. Everyone, let's go.
All right.
My God.
Master takes one more puff of his
Thank God.
takes one more puff of his pipe and makes his way back to get the horses ready. To sort of accelerate time here.
Where did he leave the money? I'm sorry.
My God.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my God.
I'm just curious.
No perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
I just want to see if he's a good business owner.
Yeah.
You are unable to see where he put it. You rolled a 5. You don't know.
At least he's a good businessman, and I walk out.
Oh my god.
So, with that,
Jesus Christ.
unless anyone has anything else they want to do, I know we said we wanted to get some food, maybe go to the smith. I think we can kind of do that off camera, per se, right? Just to accelerate the process. Because what I would like to do, unless anyone else has like any interpersonal character stuff that they want to talk about, we will basically accelerate time a little bit.
Okay.
As all of you eventually find rest, taking that long rest you needed, and when the night comes, eventually you find yourself at the Cart and Coin with 4 horses, all saddled and ready for the travel ahead. With that, of course, with the journey that lies ahead of you, and the horses now prepared for all of you to ride upon, of course, deciding who's going to ride what is going to be, own choice. But we'll figure that out next time, as we're going to bring this to a bit of a close. All right. With that, we'll pick it up. What are we looking at? Next week? Next week or so? Yeah, we'll pick it up then. But other than that, thank you guys for listening once again, and have a great rest of your day. Love y'all.
See ya.
Peace.
Bye.
Love, peace,
Bye.
Adios.